presidents of the Western District. Okay, so there's some paperwork that's coming up that you guys need to be doing soon. In the mail from Nationals, you should be receiving any day now, if you haven't already received it, you should be receiving your chapter personnel report. This is a roster of all the names that Nationals has in their database of who's in your chapter for the upcoming year. So, what they're going to need from you is to make sure that you go through with your chapter and make sure that you have everybody's signature on that's going to be active or conditional or an associate member for the upcoming year. If the member is going to be inactive, make sure you mark an I by their name and make sure that they know that they're inactive. I think is something important too. And once you've gone through that roster, if you find that anybody from your chapter is missing in accordance with your own chapter roster that you have, you'll want to go online to the national site. And then under forms, you'll want to press the chapter personnel report. And then you'll fill in the blank members, or you'll fill in the members that are missing on the blank spots, and then have them sign it and add that to your chapter roster. So don't go on there and print off your whole roster from that. They'll send you a roster is the most important thing. When I was president, I know I went and I filled it out completely from that blank document, and then I got a roster from Nationals, and it was kind of disappointing to have done all that work and then found out it was not worth it. Okay, so that's the paperwork that's going to be coming. In regards to deadlines, the deadline is September 30th if you're a semester school. If you're a quarter school, on quarter terms, your paperwork is due October 15th. I know that there is an early bird award if you turn in your paperwork by September 15th for the semester schools. I'm not sure about quarter schools off the top of my head. So make sure you have that paperwork turned in on time. The emphasis from Nationals right now is to have your paperwork in, have your dues in as soon as school starts. So I know quite a few of us have already started school. I'm in school, a lot of people are in school. It's a good time. But make sure that dues are getting turned in from members, okay? If your school has to go through your student organization to have a check that's cut, and you might not necessarily be able to go in the mail with the paperwork that you're going to be sending in, make sure that you write a letter and let them know that a check is going to be in the mail as soon as possible. So that's what's going on with that. If you have any more questions about the chapter personnel report, let me know, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have, okay? Okay, so you have the chapter personnel report, that's that. Some other paperwork that you should be looking at online to start getting ready for the semester is up on the national site. It's under forms, and it's the fall summary report. It's the one with fall in the title. So you'll want to start looking at that, especially if you have a membership class that you're going to have going through this term, through like December. If your class is before December 1st, you'll make sure to report it on the fall report that you're going to be turning into Nationals. That paperwork is due December 1st, but you don't want to procrastinate on it. It's not hard paperwork, but it does take a lot of time, and it does take some correspondence with your director of bands and your chapter sponsor or sponsors. So don't put that off. Start looking at that. And use your chapter officers to help you with all that paperwork. Let's see. Some other paperwork that you can start looking at. You should be looking at the initiate registration form if you're planning on putting a class through this year. Remember that this paperwork is due no later than 30 days after your class has gone through. After that, you get a late fee that you'll have to pay when you cut the check for Nationals. So no late paperwork, Westside, because that's what we're challenging y'all to do, okay? Let's see. So look at the initiate registration form. Make sure you direct your vice president memberships to that paper, so that way they can start getting ready for that, okay? But other than that, everything else will be stuff that's down the road. If you have any honoraries that you're planning on having go through, make sure you fill out the honorary form. And other than that, we'll talk about more of the paperwork later, but that's just kind of a heads up about what's going on now. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. Okay, thanks.